welcome back to another informative Monday. My name is Bryn Chan, and I am super ecstatic to be your host today. Now, I don't actually technically have a topic for today, so, hey. But I like doing Monday videos, so even though I don't have a topic really today, I would still like to share some information on stuff. So yes, I started this channel and I was trying to do informative videos about finances and making money and all of that fun stuff, because that's currently what I'm in the process of doing is being an entrepreneur and affiliate marketer and making my way up to being a multi-millionaire, and that's just the first step, right? So we're gonna be a billionaire, okay, ladies and gentlemen. And I know for a fact that you guys are going to be able to do it as well, because anyone can really start their journey to becoming a multimillionaire, billionaire as well. So, let's get started in today's episode. I kind of just have stuff to talk about of what I've done today. Like I said, last week was pretty hectic. There was a lot of stuff going on. My mother-in-law, she got in a car accident, and so we've had to do a lot of stuff pertaining to that. Today I was supposed to go with her to State Farm to talk more about her incident as well. But she ended up going with her brother-in-law, and I feel like that will work out just as well, because they both speak Cambodian. The State Farm lady does not. My mother-in-law, she can speak English and she understands it just fine, but she doesn't understand as well as you would hope she would. So when I have to simplify things to her, 'cause I don't speak Cambodian, it's normally broken English, to make it as clarifying as possible. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, that's rude. Why would you do that? Why broken English? You're being racist. Well, first off, no, I'm not being racist. That's just how she understands, and I don't speak Cambodian. So, but her brother-in-law, on the other hand, he understands and speaks English just fine, and he also speaks Cambodian, so it will work out just as well. Okay, so without further ado, let us get into this, because I have done some things today and I am pretty proud of them. So I will apologize ahead of time. I have been going through some issues today, like I've done before, where all of a sudden I'll get that feeling in my chest, and then I'll have to stop because I get like transported somewhere else. And I've had to ask my husband today what he even said, because I was like, I don't know. So if I end up pausing this, or if there's a break in this video, that is why. So today I woke up pretty early. So for those of you who do not know, I live in Kansas, and I normally wake up around, I want to say 11 o'clock. I always wake up 11. There's only been a few times where I've woken up past 11, but I typically don't do that, because I typically go to bed at 3 and then wake up at 11. Yes, 3 in the morning. I know that seems really late, but my husband, he goes to work on second shift, so he works second shift, and he doesn't usually get off until about 1:15. Then he has to drop off a coworker, and then he'll be back home by about 2 o'clock, and so that gives him an hour to relax and play video games and do stuff like that. Before he, has to go to bed as well. And I typically try to go to bed with him. We normally do go to bed at the same time. There's only been a few times where I haven't gone to bed at the same time as him. It's either because I'm really tired or I have a meeting in the morning. Like last night, I went to bed around 1, because I was really, really, really tired and exhausted, and I don't know why. But I also had to wake up early because I had a meeting at 10 o'clock. You may not think that's that wide of a gap, and it's not. I'd like to get up earlier and then be ready for my meetings. I typically, when I wake up, I have to go to the bathroom. So, yes, but I'm glad I went to bed earlier because I was up off and on a little throughout the night. So, yes. So, today I spent about $1,500 on this other program to help me get to where I need to be. And I am going to say that I need to be there because that's where I want to be, and that's when I'm there, I'll have the ability to help so many more people, because as much as you want to help people now, if you want to help people now, but just can't because you have, obligations like bills and stuff, well, that isn't going to really help anyone, because when it comes time to do that stuff, you're like, oh no, I have this coming up or this coming up, and you can't take care of people because you have stuff that you need to take care of as well for yourself. So, the goal is to become a multi-millionaire to begin with and keep growing from there, because then I can, 1, not only take care of myself, but 2, I can go and help family members and stuff like that, and then I can donate to charities. I can open up a charity and just things along those lines, because I don't know if you know this, but I feel like I've brought this up a few times in the past, but I am adopted. So my biological parents, they were drug addicts, still couldn't technically are, so there's that, and then, sorry, we're having issues, so they're drug addicts. I was adopted at the age of 6. I don't know if I've made this clear yet or not, but I was born a crack baby. I was a crack baby. There were drugs in my system when I was born, so I had to be held at the hospital. There was just, I cannot tell you about my younger siblings. I would assume that maybe they had about the same kind of issues going on when they were born, because I know growing up they were still doing drugs, and so there's that. But then I was adopted after the age of 6, and first off, life got a lot better. They didn't do drugs, but the thing is that my dad constantly would work. I mean, my mom didn't work, but my dad constantly worked, and so he wasn't really a big part of growing up, except for like on weekends and stuff. I do have some memories of my dad, but he didn't really like start ending conversations up. He's a really quiet guy. I mean, he's a great dad, but he's just really quiet. And so, conversations, if you want to start a conversation with him, you typically have to start the conversation. You can't really wait on him to start a conversation. But he still works very hard, and I much rather him not have to do that anymore. I would love for him to be able to just enjoy the rest of his life with my mom. My mom is taking care of my grandparents right now, and from what I've heard, they're going through some issues as well. My mom is living with them. My dad is living at a house, and so there is that. So, yes. So, my husband also works in manufacturing as well, and though manufacturing can pay well, you do typically end up being there for a long time. And with my husband working second shift, if we were to have kids, when we have kids, he would not really be able to spend time with them because when they got to school age, he would be asleep when I go to wake them up and get them ready for school. And I would take them to school, and he would be home while they were at school, but then when they got off from school, he would be at work. So, we do want to start a family at some point, but we want to be able to not have to go through all of these things. Not have to worry and stress about these things. So, that's what we're doing. So today, I went ahead and I invested in myself. Again, like I tell everyone at the end of these videos, invest in yourself, because guess what? You are the very best person you could ever invest in. You know? I mean, you need to go through that. Get on that grind. Let's go. But, yeah. So, definitely, invest in yourself. Like I did this morning. I spent $1,500 on, something else to help me with my goals, and so now I have like a tutor, as it will, as you would say, basically I have like a tutor for this, and then I can go on and start doing all this other stuff. So, because doing it on your own is kind of difficult, so it really is worth it to have help. And I don't have anyone here that I talk to or anything who is really just gonna, help me out or is on the same journey as me. A lot of the people we talk to, they also do manufacturing as well, and they believe that you just gotta work all week. And it's difficult to say at some point, sometimes, because they're constantly working, and then they just don't believe that you can do things on your own and that you can become a multi-millionaire. They strongly believe that you kind of have to already, have that situation in place. But I am a strong believer that anyone can be a multi-millionaire if they try, if they find the right avenue. And, I believe everyone deserves to have that kind of opportunity and to, just not have to struggle and go to work every day. But what are you gaining from work every day? You're not gaining any kind of experiences. I mean, you're gaining work experience, but you're not gaining life experiences. you're not going out and enjoying yourself. You kind of are just, having to do whatever work tells you, and it's Monday through Friday most of the time. There are people do work on weekends. I'm not going to say they don't, but you only get like a couple days or so to have to yourself, and a lot of people they aren't really getting out and doing stuff on the weekends. They're like, oh, I'm tired, I'm gonna relax all weekend, even though like some people have plans for the weekends and they don't even do the plans because they're like, oh, I'm just exhausted, I don't want to go out, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Because Monday, when you start Monday, you're like, oh yeah, that sounds great, I would love to do that. But then of course you work all week, and then by the time Saturday or whenever you're off comes along, you're like, oh man, I don't want to do anything. and I could say that because yes, I've worked myself. I never really had a job where I was off Saturday, Sunday. I was working constantly all the time, it seemed like. So, yeah, I do apologize, also, if there is noise in the background. My mother-in-law is doing laundry, and I just kind of was like, okay. So, with that being said, I did do something that I normally wouldn't do, and that is cancel a credit, thing where they send in my disputes and they work on my stuff to get rid of debts and stuff. I went ahead and canceled that, and I was like, I strongly believe I'm going to be a multi-millionaire here soon, and so I will be glad to start that up again, to get that all taken care of. So we're going to go ahead and just wait a minute. I wouldn't normally have done that. I would have just kept it, but I am going to go on my honeymoon May 31st. We will be back June 16th. We are going on our honeymoon, and we're going to Japan, and I know I've brought this up before, and it is exciting. It's fantastic. I can't wait. And yeah, it's just full of experiences that I'm going to enjoy taking part of, and I know that you guys would love to be able to see videos and stuff of my time there. I will be taking videos, and I will be uploading them to YouTube because, why not? Everyone deserves to be able to see stuff from YouTube, and I guess I'm going to have to learn how to edit videos because I don't know what I'm doing, apparently. But, no, this guy that I called who helped me cancel it, he did say that I can call at any time to get it done. So that'll help. He is also going to Japan in October, though, and in October, I will say that I'm going in the summer, and so it's gonna be exciting, it's gonna be nice, it's gonna be warm, we're gonna be able to go and do a lot more stuff. We are going to be in northern Japan, and I bring this up because it's closer to Hokkaido than first off, some of the other places that are really well known. We're going to Takayama, but I also bring this up because since he's going to Japan in October, he wants to visit Hokkaido. So he wants to go to northern Japan as well, and I think it's just fantastic. I think Japan is just one of the greatest places you could go visit, if you know. And it's exciting. He's really just going for food. But hey, that is a great thing to do. I would, I want to go try a bunch of their food as well. If I wasn't currently working on weight loss right now, I probably would have joined in on the food conversation as well, but I did tell him we're going to 7-Eleven a lot. Because, one, our hotel is really close to 7-Eleven, and two, convenience store food can be a lot cheaper than if you go to restaurants. Also, why not try Japanese 7-Elevens? Because they have just so many more things to choose from, so many more options. It just makes sense to go do that, and I'm excited. And I've never been on a plane either, and I know that's a little off topic there, but I've never been on a plane. I've never seen the ocean. I've never been in the ocean. But we are going to do all that for the first time. So our airport that we're going to be landing in Nagoya, it is a man-made island, and with that being said, I'm also going to be on a plane for the first time and see the ocean for the first time. All of that fun stuff for the very first time. I have to call the hotel, let them know that we're not going to be there before 10 o'clock. Nope. Because when the plane is supposed to land and do all of this other stuff, and Japan is a little more on time than normal planes, or the normal things. It's normal for them, it's not really normal for the US. So the US is, everything runs behind all the time. Japan has a schedule, and they try to stay to that schedule as much as they can. I've heard stories about the train systems, even if they're like a minute late, they'll get on the intercom and they will apologize to everyone, as far as I am aware of. So they really try to stick to the schedule as much as they possibly can. They don't like going off schedule, because when you're off schedule, that can throw everything off. Pretty much, that can throw a lot of things off, and you'll be rushing to get things done. Like, say you have an interview at like 4 o'clock, right? That's later in the day, okay? That's not like an insane thing to go on. Sorry, I'm like, huh. Okay. Okay, my hair is just, it's not gonna work. Well, what was I saying? Okay, say you have a meeting at 4 o'clock. I know that's a lot later in the day, but say you kind of just did nothing until 4 o'clock, and it's like 3:30, and it's a 20-minute drive, and you just haven't really gotten ready for your interview, right? Hey, now you're stressing, and you're trying to get done, and you're trying to get ready, makeup, hair, whatever it is that you need to do before this interview, depending on what it is. Say you have to look really nice for this interview, right? So you are doing all of this stuff, and then, you look at the time, you're like, oh crap, I only have 20 minutes until I have to be there, and it's a 20-minute drive, and I only have one eye done. So now you're freaking out, and you're trying to get this eye done really fast, and then you get in the car, and then you go, and you're like a couple minutes late to the meeting. But, or the interview, or whatever it is. I guess it's kind of a meeting. So now you have all this done. So now for an example, everything's messed up now. So you've kind of just gotten off track because you were at home and you were just kind of laying there watching TV or something, or scrolling through Facebook. I don't know what it is that you do. I couldn't tell you really anymore because I don't typically do that. Even before I started affiliate marketing, I'm really big on time. I really am. I'm really big on time. But my husband, on the other hand, is very much just go with the flow. And it kind of bugs me. Not gonna lie, it kind of bugs me. Because there's times where I need to be somewhere at a certain time, and he's taking his sweet time to get ready, or I tell him we need to be somewhere at a certain time, and he's taking his sweet time to get ready. But then there's times where, he's like, I need to go, and then, so I attempt to get done as soon as possible, but then he's still over there slacking on stuff. I cannot handle that. I really can't. He drives me nuts. Insane. But I love him. He drives me insane, but I love him. And, he's gotten better since we've been together, but he still has his moments where he's like, it's fine. I'm just like, but why? Why is it fine to you? I don't understand. So, yeah. I have to clean down here. I really do have to clean down here. You can't really tell too much because, the camera's just facing me. But, I also gotta make the bed because I woke up this morning to have a meeting, and then I was supposed to have another meeting at 2 o'clock. Didn't end up happening. I'm supposed to have another meeting, though, at around 5:30-ish. Maybe. And, well, let me check. Hold on. I downloaded WhatsApp for the first time. Well, not the first time. I feel like I've had WhatsApp before. I'm not entirely sure what is going on there. I'll have to look at it. I forgot for a second what I was doing. Trying to go to WhatsApp. Let's do 5:45. So, yeah, 5:45 is my next meeting with them, and it'll be on WhatsApp and everything, so yes. Okay. Looks like I have some more stuff to do. With that being said, I will probably just end the video here because there's not too much to talk about. And then watch me extend this video for another 10 minutes because, like, hey. No, I'll try to end it soon. Just know that, I believe everyone deserves to be a multimillionaire, and I'm going to be doing everything in my power to make sure I will become a multimillionaire and then do the things I've set out to do, like have my husband quit his job so he can focus on doing real estate, and then letting my dad retire and stuff like that. I'd like to take care of them. And then, start up, like charities and stuff. I'd love to do that. I'd love to start up charities and stuff for for people who need them. I strongly think that's, that, sorry, I'm going through these things again. I strongly believe that is a thing that we should have available for people who need it. So, without further ado, I'll go ahead and just end it here, because I'm just gonna keep going around in circles at this point. Invest in yourself. Make sure you invest in yourself too, because you are the very best person you could ever invest in. And, stocks, real estate, gold, silver, stuff like that. And if you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, I will leave that link in the description below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Okay? I love you guys. Bye!